Hi guys, so excuse the face. I was dyeing my hair this evening, so I have some residue left over. So tonight we're going to be doing a two-sided foundation, if you will. We're going to do a high-end versus drugstore, and along with a high-end concealer and a drugstore concealer, and a high-end baking powder, if you will, and a low-end baking powder. And we're gonna save the actual contour for another video. So on the higher end side, I chose to do a primer that is more popular among YouTubers, and that's the Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm. And on the other side, I'm gonna do the Milani Prime Shield. This one is the Mattifying and Pore Minimizing. So that's gonna be the product that we use on these sides of the face. Now that we've applied our primer, using our good old-fashioned fingertips, we're going to move on to the foundation. Now for application of the foundation, I'm going to use two different beauty blenders. We're going to use our traditional beauty blender for our two-faced foundation, and we're going to use our Real Techniques blender for our Milani foundation. I took one squirt of each and I put this on my palette. One squirt is probably more than enough for half of my face. But for this video, we're just going to put that down, and we're going to take our beauty blenders and dab it into each foundation and pat it on the sides of our face. Now for our concealer, on our two-faced side, Born This Way foundation in Warm Beige, which is over here, I'm going to take my Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics. Neutral Medium is my color. For my highlight, I like to use a triangle shape. That's just what I prefer. You don't have to go as low and as far over as I do. You can then go in with your beauty blender and just pat that in. And then buff that in using your beauty blender. For the right side of the face, we are going to use our LA Girl Pro Conceal High Def Concealer. My color is in Creamy Beige. Now I'm going to buff that in with my Real Techniques sponge, patting it in the same manner you did your beauty blender. So to set your under eye, on my left side, I'm going to use my MAC translucent powder, Prep+Prime transparent finishing powder. And on my right side, I'm going to use the Airspun loose face powder. And the color is translucent extra coverage. And yeah, I found that at Walgreens. On my left side, to prep the beauty blender to apply that powder, I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus. I normally just hit this 2 times on the pointy side. Before you apply your powder, make sure you don't have any wrinkles set with your foundation, because you don't want to set those wrinkles with this powder. On the right side, I'm going to take what's left of my moist Real Techniques sponge. I'm not going to wet it. I'm just going to dip it in there and apply in those same areas where I highlighted on the right side. I've now set the areas that I've highlighted. Of course, right side again is my Airspun, and my left side is my MAC powder. You want to let this set. This is what we call baking. So you want to let this set for 5 minutes. You can find other stuff to start working on. You can do your contour, whatever you want to do to make the time pass. But 5 minutes is all you need to let this set. Your highlight makes your face look brighter in the centers of your face. The powder will also help prevent you from getting oily and your makeup from just traveling, and it really does stay in place the majority of your day. I tend to do this when I'm going out, so my makeup lasts me all night. By the time I get home, my makeup is still there. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush. To keep it separate, I'm going to use a no-name brush on my right and my Coastal Scents brush that I got when I placed an order way back when on my left side, just to brush off the excess. And when you brush it off, you want to brush it away from your face. You don't want to brush it in towards your face. So brush out, away, brush out, away. On the right side of my face, I'm actually going to use a fluffier brush than what I intended, and this is the e.l.f. Kabuki face brush that I've had for quite a bit. So this is the final look with our Too Faced foundation and our Milani foundation, along with our IT Cosmetics concealer and our LA Girl concealer as well, our MAC translucent powder, and our Airspun powder as well. Just wanted to give you guys two different options depending on what your budget was. So yeah, that is my foundation comparison. Both provide the same great coverage, and along with that powder, it really will set your face for the rest of the day. Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm still playing around with lighting and my current setup. Not permanent just yet, but for tonight's purposes, I'm hoping you guys can actually see this. So the next video installment will be a contour, and it will piggyback this foundation routine and a highlight routine. I still haven't decided if I'm going to do a high-end contour versus a low-end contour. I might keep that theme going. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope this was helpful, useful, or maybe entertaining none the least. And stay tuned for the next video.